It's on hold, even though it's already sold 500 condos. Now CTV News has learned Residence is being sued by a neighbor. Chris Epp has details.
When Kevin Kerwin was looking for a new office building 6 years ago, he had something specific in mind.
You go to different parts of the world, there's lots of old buildings. There's very few in Western Canada being newly developed recently, or relatively speaking. It's always appealed to me. It's just the old style brick and post and beam. So
Kerwin bought this nearly 100-year-old building in the Beltline. Despite its age, Kerwin says there were few flaws until last summer, when excavation on a massive condo development began across the alley. Kerwin says that's when cracks in the building and the ground quickly appeared.
There was telltale signs before the cracks happened. There's doors that didn't open like they should have. We didn't, not smart enough to make the connection to anything going on around us.
After consulting with structural engineers, Kerwin is suing the site's developer, Residence Corporation. The lawsuit alleges the project caused cracking of exterior wall assemblies and concrete foundation walls and damage to roofing assemblies, doors and frames. The suit also says developers trespassed upon the owner's property by installing subsurface anchors into the property. Just last week, Residence announced it was abandoning the condo project because of skyrocketing costs. The company said it would be inappropriate to comment on the lawsuit because it's before the courts, but it did file a statement of defense in which it denies all the allegations. The city says it monitored the massive dig and that Residence followed standard procedures. The city's efforts are now focused on maintaining the site while its future is in limbo.
And the city is obviously first of all concerned about the safety of the public, so we are working with the developer and owner to ensure that the site remains safe from a public perspective. We also ensure that the infrastructure, city infrastructure, is protected.
Meanwhile, Kerwin says he just wants his building back in the shape it was when he bought it.
I don't want to be in a lawsuit. That's the last thing I want to be involved with. I'd rather conduct our business that we are typically in, which isn't in dealing with lawsuits.
Chris Epp is at the area. Chris, I understand these damaged buildings have historical significance.
That's right, Daryl. They were both built in 1912 and are actually both on the city's list of potential heritage sites or historical landmarks. So what that means is that people can't arbitrarily tear them down or overhaul them without going through the city first. They're both examples of Calgary, sort of at the turn of the century, with some of the new industry coming in at that time. So that also has a lot of people more disappointed about this, is the fact that damage is being done or has occurred for some reason at these buildings that already are sort of dwindling anyway in the city and are a piece of Calgary's history. Now, the good news for the building's owners is that both buildings are still structurally sound. Engineers have looked at them. They're not moving. The damage being done is the cracks in the roof and the walls is mostly superficial, but they are still safe to work in.
Thanks, Chris.